Eastern Kentucky is coached by Jeff Neubauer. And now, Skyhawk fans, get on your feet. Let's make some noise for your University of Tennessee at Martin Skyhawks. Starting at guard, 6'4" sophomore from Russellville, Alabama. Number 3, Terrence Smith. At guard, 6'6" junior from Naples, Florida. Give it up for number 10, Mike Libo. At guard, 6'2" freshman from Eads, Tennessee. Number 15, DeMark Richardson. At forward, 6'7" sophomore from Little Rock, Arkansas. The big fella, number 33, Miles Taylor. And at forward, 6'7" senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 53, Jeremy Washington. UT Martin is coached by assistant coaches Cornelius Jackson, Lance Egnatz, Andres Irarazabal, Mark Hassel, and the head coach for your Skyhawks, Jason James.
Eastern won last year, double overtime, 86-78. Going back 2 years ago, the Skyhawks winning here in the Elam Center, 78-70, hoping for a repeat from that 2 year ago victory. We heard Coach James talk about that game 2 years ago. That was that crazy night. I can remember I was doing a high school game that night when all the tornadoes were going through.
And he called Mother Nature the MVP of that game. But you know, Vic, it was a long delay. I think a 45 to an hour delay. And when Eastern Kentucky came back out, they just weren't as sharp. They weren't the same team.
The ultimate run stopper.
Absolutely. Hopefully we will not have those issues tonight.
The weather's supposed to be good, so if you're on your way, come on out.
Skyhawks will jump Miles Taylor in there against Muff, the 6'8" sophomore from Strongsville, Ohio. And Miles now at center court. This one's set to get under the way, talking to the official. Mike Libo having to change his shirt.
And had to take the undershirt off for some reason.
Right, it has to be the same color as the uniform. Mike likes wearing an undershirt.
It looked just like Miles's. I don't know what the difference
They made him change it. So here we go. The official makes his way to center court. An OVC matchup here, and the ball goes to Eastern Kentucky. Skyhawks in the home white uniforms, trimmed in orange. Or the orange with the trimmed in black numbers, and the road maroon here for Eastern Kentucky. Here we go. Johnson over right side, long three-point attempt. Donuno no good. Stick back is up and in. This one from Terrius Johnson. Eastern Kentucky takes a 2-point lead. UT Martin back with it. DeMark Richardson handing it to Terrence Smith. Over to Miles Taylor. Eastern in a man-to-man. Now to Washington. Skyhawks going right to left on your radio dial. Terrence Smith on the wing. Puts down the dribble. 19 on the shot clock. Spins into traffic. Kicks out to Washington. 17-footer off the mark. Rebound, Terrius Johnson.
Johnson active on the boards here early on.
Johnson with it now, right wing. Here's a closeout trap to Donuno for 3. The long distance shot is good.
No, he's got range. There's no doubt. Coach James said that he's got gym range.
Eastern Kentucky leading it by 5, 19 remaining. First half, this one just underway. Libo on the left wing. Throws it over to Washington. Washington right side. Puts the ball on the floor. Backdoor to Terrence Smith. Baseline shot. High arc. No good. Rebound Donuno. He'll bring it down past midcourt, passing it over to Walden. Walden back to Donuno, back to Walden. Now on the wing to Stutz. 5-0, Eastern Kentucky with a fast start here. Left side pass going to Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to the post player Muff, who steps out. Right side Walton, 10 on the shot clock. Walden puts down the dribble, throws it into the corner. Jumper from Johnson is no good. Libo with a one-handed left-handed rebound. Outlet pass, Terrence Smith. Smith for the Skyhawks in traffic, lost it, turnover. Donuno has it, Richardson guarding, but not there in time, and a 7-0 run for Eastern Kentucky to start the game.
Not a good decision by Terrence that time as he took it into the middle off the transition, got into some traffic, turned it over.
DeMark Richardson, hash mark on the far side. Now to Washington, Coach Neubauer with the jacket on the back of the chair. He's down in the corner. Washington still with the dribble for the Skyhawks. Skips it over to Libo for 3. Missed it long. Rebound to Mark Richardson. Tracks it down behind the three-point line. Back to Washington. Looking inside for Miles Taylor, who was fouled by Eric Stutz. And Vic, Eastern Kentucky doing a good job of denying Miles Taylor position here early in the game.
Yeah, Stutz has got the job of guarding him. I thought that might be the matchup. You also probably will see Johnson in on him. Johnson's a big guy. He'll lean on Miles when he's in the post.
Timmy Nip checks in. He missed 8 games earlier this year with an injury, but playing well now for Eastern Kentucky. 17:35 remaining, and the Skyhawks down by 7. First half action at the Elam Center. Terrence Smith dribbles over to the right wing, has Miles outside and Libo gives it to Mike. Mike puts down the left-handed dribble. Mike stutter steps, goes inside with a right hand from the left side, scores.
Nice hesitation by Mike as he took it into the paint and was able to get a little space and lay it up.
Libo with the basket. First UT Martin basket of the game. 17:08 remaining first half. 7-2 UT Martin down by 5. Stutz outside to Johnson. Back to Stutz, kicking it to Nip. Nip on the wing. Top of the key to Nuno now, who calls out the play. Nuno, one of the best guards in the OVC, and there's some good guards in the conference this year. Outside Walden for 3, no good. Rebound BJ McLaughlin, the freshman who checked in for Coach Jason James. Libo for 3, he guns one and knocks it down. 5 in a row for Libo, cuts it to 2.
I think that's going to be important. UT Martin score in transition. Mike got it on the first pass after it crossed half court, knocked down the 3 before anybody could get up on him.
Skyhawks back on defense. Walden dips it in. The kick out. DeNuno for 3 over Terrence. It's short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It will go back to UT Martin.
Good block out by McLaughlin that time. Had Nip out of the paint.
Terrence will inbound it in backcourt in front of the Skyhawk bench. 6 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the first half. Chris Brinkley with Victor Al at the Elam Center. And point guard Terrence Smith now to Miles Taylor. Miles to Libo, who has the 5 Skyhawk points. Libo feeling it, wanted the shot there, guarded closely by Johnson. Back to Richardson, over to Terrence. Terrence drives, shoots from 16, up and no good. Rebound, Eastern Kentucky. Stutz to DeNuno. DeNuno on the right wing. Richardson has him. Beautiful stutter and a crossover as he feeds it inside. Shot is up. Terrius Johnson misses, but is fouled. And we'll have a media timeout. 15:51 remaining in the first half. 7-5. The Skyhawks down by 2. Eastern Kentucky at the charity stripe when we return on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Leah Trevathan from Carroll Home Health.
College life is all about discovery. Discovering new opportunities, new ways of thinking and learning. Discovering the latest in technology and innovation, as well as discovering a campus lifestyle that will mold you and help you develop into a well-rounded, successful individual. Start your next chapter in life here with us. We invite you to discover for yourself why thousands have chosen the University of Tennessee at Martin.
Just go through from a headphone into this thing.
And that dream has been made possible because of Snappy Tomato Pizza in Martin.
Tell us about Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Oh, I just love pizza. And as a couch tomato, I don't have to leave the house. All I have to do is dial 588-SNAP.
Snappy delivers right to your door?
Yep, a Snappy Tomato Pizza is made fresh, and it has all my favorite toppings. And Snappy has hoagies, pastas, Snapolis.
Thank you, Couch Tomato. Folks, remember, you too can be a Couch Tomato. Call 588-SNAP. Alexander Thompson Arnold, CPA. For their history Star 95.1 WCPZ, Dresden.
15:51 to play in the first half of basketball. 7-5 Eastern Kentucky on top of the Skyhawks. Mike Libo with all 5 Skyhawk points thus far on a basket and a long ball.
Terrius Johnson to the free throw line. Just 49% on the season. Puts it up and misses that one.
Johnson, kind of a homecoming for him. He prepped at Liberty down in Jackson and made a couple of stop along the way. 2 years at Three Rivers Community College over in Missouri. So this is probably the closest game he plays to Jackson.
Free throw is no good. He missed a pair. Three Rivers producing several players that have played for the Skyhawks in past years. They've got a nice program there. Libo works his way towards the basket, feeds it to Miles. I think that's the first time he's touched the ball on the offensive end. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've done a good job of denying him, and they doubled him once he got the ball down the post that time. Good spin move, but he was hacked when he went up. See if he can get some at the free throw line.
Vic, just a few games back, Miles was shooting over 80% from the free throw line. That has changed. He really struggled on the Illinois trip to Eastern and Edwardsville. Knocks that one down, but his percentage down to 77%.
Well, you've got the two best free throw shooting teams in the conference tonight. UT Martin was one for most of the season. I think Eastern Kentucky's passed them now.
Miles hits that one to cut it to 1. If he gets this one, we'll tie it up. Second free throw is up and in. We're tied. It's 7 apiece. And Eastern with a 7-0 run to start the game. UT Martin a 7-0 run to tie the game. And the Skyhawks playing backcourt defense now. Cozy has checked in for Eastern Kentucky. They've made another change in the lineup as Jeff Johnson is in there. Johnson outside to Lewis, who is also checked in. Coach Neubauer making the changes. He's been a coach historically that will bring a lot of players in. Here's DeNuno for a long three-pointer, and he hits it. Skyhawks down 3, 10-7 with 15:11 remaining.
Really going to have to pay attention to DeNuno.
DeNuno leads their team in scoring at 15.9 a game from three-point range, 42% on the season. McLaughlin spins, goes inside, puts it in. The freshman cuts it to 1.
Nice move by McLaughlin. That will really help if he can bring some spark off the bench and add some points.
McLaughlin in Eastern Illinois during a shoot-around, got hit in the head and had 8 stitches on the noggin. I think he gets him out tomorrow. But they did not play against Eastern Illinois. Played at SIU Edwardsville. Nice move there, though, by BJ. Skyhawks back on defense. Three-point attempt. Good. This from Cozy.
Cozy a starter most of the season. Walden's taking his starting spot, but he's a veteran.
Libo for 3. This one's no good. Johnson had the rebound. Terrence takes it away. Held from behind. That's a foul on EKU.
First offensive rebound for the Skyhawks.
13-9 our score. 14:22 remaining in the first half at the Elam Center. Coach Neubauer working the official there beside him. Skyhawks will inbound it. Right side baseline, Richardson, McLaughlin, Taylor. Also Terrence Smith and Mike Libo in the game. Here's Terrence for 3 on the inbounds pass. Missed it short. Looked a little off balance there on the release. And the Skyhawks come back down on the defensive end. DeNuno to Cozy. Cozy dips it in. Quick pass to Johnson, who misses the reverse. Taylor the rebound. Outlet to Richardson. Numbers are not there. DeMarc to Libo. Libo crosses it, gets in the lane, takes it all the way to the basket. Blocked. And then Timmy Nip was fouled by a frustrated Mike Libo.
Oh, so many times a cheap foul like that when you miss a basket or if you think you get fouled, then you turn around and make a foul that you should never make.
Libo has the undershirt on now. Justin Childs in for Terrence Smith for the Skyhawks. 13 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the half here. 13-9 the score. Snappy stats, UT Martin just 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range. EKU 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from three-point range. DeNuno has it, getting it to Nip. Nip on the right wing. Nip with his initials tattooed on his calves. A T on the left calf, a K on the right. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Mike Libo. Libo in transition to Miles Taylor. The big fella takes it in and misses. Rebound on the floor. DeNuno with it. Skyhawks back on defense now, trailing by 4. Into Johnson, out to Nip. Nip, one more pass to Cozy for 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound, BJ McLaughlin.
Oh, good ball movement, got the shot that they wanted.
Skyhawks in a hurry with Justin Childs in there. Childs to Miles. Miles back to Childs. Left wing Libo. Libo finding Childs, hash mark on the far side. Childs puts down the dribble. It's taken away by EKU. A 2-on-1 fast break. Cozy back to Lewis. Blocked by McLaughlin. And a jump ball. Possession arrow, UT Martin.
Great hustle by B.J. McLaughlin to get back there. And they had the 2-on-1 look like it was going to be an easy basket. He came from behind, got the block, pinned it between the backboard and the rim, and the alternating possession forces a turnover. Great defensive play.
There's hustle, hustle, hustle right there. 13-9 the score. Skyhawks back with it after the good defensive play. See if they can capitalize with some points here. 12:52 remaining in the first half. DeMarc Richardson has it. Bobby Jones in for Coach Jason James. Now to Libo. Boy, Eastern Kentucky getting at UT Martin defensively. Libo has it tipped away. Steal. Another break for EKU. Cozy with a 17-footer. This one is no good. Miles Taylor's rebound goes to Libo. Skyhawks looking to score in transition. Bobby Jones for three. No good. Rebound, Miles Taylor goes out of bounds. And a time, nope, not immediate timeout yet. It goes back to Eastern Kentucky.
Both teams struggling a bit from the field here since that last media timeout.
Stutz back in for EKU. Terrence Smith in for Libo for the Skyhawks. Let's check the lineup for UT Martin. Richardson, Taylor, Jones, McLaughlin, and Terrence Smith. Denuno, Cozy, Lewis, Johnson, and Nip and Stutz in there. Lewis on the right wing. Walden is in there also for Coach Neubauer. Now to Nip. EKU the ball and the 4-point lead. Nip left side, Walden. Walden kicks it out. One more pass. They go to the right wing. Now back to Cozy. Over to Walden. Shot clock is at 6. Walden lost it. Miles Taylor gets the steal. That is turnover number 1 for Eastern Kentucky. Terrence Smith in front of the midcourt stripe for the Skyhawks. Calls out the play. Throws it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets past the defender. Kicks it out to Bobby Jones for 3. Missed another one. Miles working the boards but could not hold on to it. It will be Eastern Kentucky basketball with 11:36 remaining. First half action continues. The Skyhawks trail at 13-9 on the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports Network.
I'm home having dinner with Mom and Dad on
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
College life is all about discovery. Discovering new opportunities, new ways of thinking and learning. Discovering the latest in technology and innovation, as well as discovering a campus lifestyle that will mold you and help you develop into a well-rounded, successful individual. Start your next chapter in life here with us. We invite you to discover for yourself why thousands have chosen the University of Tennessee at Martin.
11:36 left, first half, 13-9. Eastern Kentucky leading UT Martin. The Skyhawks shooting only 23% from the field, 3 of 13 snappy stats show, and 5 of 14, 36% for the visiting Colonels. 3-point range, UT Martin's managed only 1 in 6, while the Colonels are 3 of 9 beyond the arc.
It will be Eastern Kentucky basketball. Cozy to inbound it from the baseline. In backcourt. Tennessee Lottery of the game sponsor. Chris Brinkley here with Victor Rao at the Elam Center. Pass comes into Denuno, the senior out of Chicago, Illinois. Gotten a little bit better each season. Passing it over to Cozy now. Cozy to Stutz, back to Denuno. Walden has it, left wing. Richardson stopping him.
And Richardson switched over on Walden now.
Outside Denuno. Shot clock winding down to 10. Denuno looks up at the shot clock, crosses it, shoots over Richardson and misses this one. Miles Taylor the rebound. Miles Taylor with his second rebound of the game. And the Skyhawks have it on the offensive end. Another tip away. Denuno goes for the save and dives into the scorer's table over there.
Eastern Kentucky really didn't run much that last time down, just passed the ball around the perimeter, and then Denuno, as it got deeper in the shot clock, just launched up a 3. My mantra when I was coaching was always make the defense work. I don't think they made the defense work that trip.
Richardson has it, right wing. Got to get to Bobby Jones. Bobby on the corner. Here's a lob inside to Miles Taylor. Double team. Still almost caught it. Loose ball. McLaughlin behind the back. Miles scores. Puts it in and he's fouled. B.J. McLaughlin with a behind the back pass to the big fella.
McLaughlin looking good off the bench this evening.
B.J. Vick, we got here early tonight, and one guy in the gym shooting by himself, and that was B.J. McLaughlin. He's out here shooting early. Free throw is good.
He's looking inspired and getting Taylor to the free throw line. He's going to score the ball most of the time.
13-12 now. UT Martin cutting it back to 1. Eastern Kentucky led by as many as 7 to start this one. 10.5 remaining. Denuno on the outside. Gets a screen from Stutz. 2 defenders stay out there. Left side, Walton. Walden now in. They find Stutz. He's fouled. We'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Stutz, a tall drink of water at 6'8", 225 pounds, holding the back of his neck. Foul against Miles Taylor, his first.
Had 18 points in last year's double overtime victory over the Skyhawks.
It's an exciting game in Richmond. Of course, the way the league is divided now in divisions. Here's the free throw. It's good. UT Martin will not make the trip to Richmond or Moorhead this year.
You don't mind that, do you?
No, yeah, every other year is okay with me, but they're here.
Libo comes in back into the ball game, replacing Richardson. They actually played against each other in high school when Richardson was a sophomore at Briarcrest down in Memphis, like Libo, a senior at Brim Prep, and Libo got the win.
Terrence Smith with it. Terrence drives in, kicks it to Miles with a left hand. He scores, and UT Martin trails by 1.
Good 3D play, drive, draw, and dish for the basket.
15-14 on the board. Eastern Kentucky, the 1-point lead and possession. DeNuno to Cozy. Cozy to Walden. Walden has it, top of the key. Back over on the left side. It goes to Cozy. Cozy to Walden. Back to Cozy, the 2-man passing game there as the Skyhawks shift in the defense. Cozy to DeNuno. Bobby Jones on him now, guarding him closely with 4 on the shot clock. DeNuno will shoot this one. A wild shot from the outside. He almost hit it. Terrence Smith with a rebound. Skyhawks on the break to Bobby Jones to the basket. No, foul. Late whistle there. We'll put Bobby Jones at the free throw line.
Boy, I hope he can convert here because he earned that basket with a great defensive play down here on the other end. He forced DeNuno into a bad shot, got the ball out, got a good break down the lane, thought he was going to be able to finish it, but he's going to have to earn him at the free throw line.
Bobby had a death in the family and was not at the game in Edwardsville Saturday. Good to see him back in the lineup. On the free throw line, 59% for the season. The free throw is good, and we're tied at 15 apiece. Here's a replay, Vic, of the play, and Bobby Jones just exploded to the basket and then picked up the foul there on Terrius Johnson, who goes out of the game. UT Martin could have the lead. Skyhawks' first lead of the game if he hits this one, and he does. And Coach Jason James' team up by 1. Jeremy Washington comes in for B.J. McLaughlin, who played really well. Matter of fact, Coach James met him before he even got to the sideline.
Yeah, that's a well-deserved rest.
Outside DeNuno. Bobby Jones on him. 9 minutes, 16 seconds remaining here in the first half. 16-15 the score. UT Martin with its first lead of the game. Up by 1 now. DeNuno with Bobby Jones on him. Here's a crossover move. DeNuno takes it in. Shot is up. No good. 3 Skyhawks go for the board. Bobby Jones gets it out to Terrence Smith. Terrence on the right wing, the Skyhawk sophomore. To Miles Taylor. Miles thought about it. Back to Terrence. Terrence fakes. Kicks it back to Miles. The big fella for the long one. It's no good. Long. Rebound tipped. And UT Martin basketball. Washington on the left wing on a pass from Terrence Smith. Now to Libo. Into the corner. Terrence. High arc on the shot. It rattles out. Rebound Washington. But a foul is called against Washington.
Yeah, I think Jeremy's going to get a foul on that rebound, but he got that possession, kept that alive by just getting a hand on that last rebound, tipping it out there where UT Martin could get it back. Timeout on the floor.
And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Vic, let's look at some of the stats now. UT Martin still struggling from the field at just 29% and only 1 of 7 from three-point range. Eastern Kentucky not much better at 5 of 7 from the field, 29%, and from three-point range, 3 of 11. Poor shooting or good defense out there?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. UT Martin's been able to make it up some at the free throw line where they're perfect, and the thing that looks good to me so far, UT Martin winning the battle on the boards 15-10.
Skyhawks are led in scoring by Miles Taylor, who has 7, 3 of those from the free throw line, and 8 for DeNuno already, leading Eastern Kentucky. Vic, in about 11 and a half minutes, he has taken 6 three-point attempts already. He's 2 for 6 from the outside.
Getting the looks, and if he keeps getting those, I think he'll get some of them to fall. DeNuno, 2 of 6, as you say, 3 of 8 overall. He's looking to shoot the ball, and he's going to have to. Corey Walden's only gotten 1 look at the basket.
Smith, Libo, Taylor, Washington, and Jones for the Skyhawks. Walden, DeNuno, Stutz, Cozy, and Nip in for Coach Jeff Neubauer. Outside, Walden. Walden gets to the basket, shoots, no, rebound, tip. Skyhawks, Terrence Smith. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the half. UT Martin with a 1-point lead and possession. And Eastern Kentucky is a first-half team. They've outscored OVC opponents by 60 points in the first half. Vic, they've been outscored 22 in the second half. Libo, no. Taylor, the rebound. Stick back is good, and the Skyhawks go up 3.
Yeah, they definitely have been a first-half team, and I think if UT Martin can be close or have a lead at the half, they've got a real shot because traditionally Eastern Kentucky has not played well in the second half. Walden
with it on the left wing to Cozy. Right side to Nuno to the corner. Here's a three-point attempt. It's good from Timmy Nip. Tie ball game, 18 apiece, 7:37 to go.
You mentioned Nip missed the first 11 games. Since he's come back, he's averaging nearly 9 in the last 4 games.
He is from Oak Hill, Kentucky. They lost Willie Cruz, if you're wondering where he is, a career-ending hand injury before the season started. That was a big loss for them. Terrence Smith hits the floor, lost his balance, tried to call a timeout, and did. 30-second timeout taken by Terrence with 7:18 remaining. First half tied at 18 apiece. We have a media timeout due also. But a lot about this Eastern Kentucky team impressive, Vic. One of the most impressive things I've seen is that they don't turn the ball over much, and they have almost 5 fewer turnovers than their opponents in play this year. That's first in the Ohio Valley Conference and 7th in the country. They just don't turn the ball over.
They've got some good guards, and they take care of the ball, and they shoot the ball well. You've got DeNuno, 42% normally from three-point range. He's 25th in the nation. We've seen that he takes a lot of shots already. Hasn't hit that many so far, but they are a good ball handling team, and they also turn you over quite a bit. They will turn the other team over much more than they turn it over.
In this game, the Skyhawks have turned it over 3 times, EKU only once. Miles Taylor gets the inbounds pass. Skyhawks with it, tied 18 apiece. EKU at the Elam Center, 7:13 remaining. First half, Terrence with it, over to Miles. Bad pass. Miles tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. Back to Terrence. Shot clock at 2. Terrence from almost midcourt hit the top of the backboard, and that is a shot clock violation.
Yeah, they really pushed us out near midcourt and got us in a jam.
Media timeout. We'll take one with the team. 18-18 tied with 7:02 remaining in the half. More coming up on the UT Martin Skyhawks Sports Network.
Williams Funeral Home in Greenfield, Gleason, and Sheridan.
Seven minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the first half. From the Elam Center, tied at 18. UT Martin Skyhawks, the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky. Snappy stats show that both teams have the exact same field goal percentage on the same effort. 6 of 19, 32%.
And it is not good either way.
No.
Outside Cozy. Cozy to Walden. DeMark Richardson on him. DeMark, the defensive spark for the Skyhawk team. Now to DeNuno. Left wing Parsons. Ball knocked away. Turnover. That'll be only their second turnover of the game.
Good defensive effort that time by DeMark, and that is, as Coach James said, he's the stopper. He's got to take the #1 score, and he's been on DeNuno most of the first half, and he really got in his wheelhouse that time.
DeMark Richardson, Jeremy Washington, D. Oldham in for the Skyhawks, Mike Libo and Miles Taylor. And ball out of bounds. Vic, I'm most impressed with Eastern Kentucky's deflections and knockaways. I mean, they really are going after the Skyhawks.
And Marcus Lewis, who plays limited minutes really compared to some of the starters, is second on the team in steals. I know that he's got a couple.
Richardson outside for UT Martin, still tied at 18 apiece. A low-scoring game. Oh, what a pass by Richardson to Washington, who missed it. The stick back, Miles Taylor, is good. I'm not sure if Richardson walked or didn't walk and how he got that pass in there.
Threw it across his body.
Skyhawks up by 2, but only for a second. Cozy for 3 hits it, and EKU leads it by 1.
They gave Cozy a little more space than I think that he was expecting, and he knocked that one down from long range.
21-20 the score. Oldham on the outside for Coach Jason James to Libo. Libo for 3. The long distance shot is good. UT Martin leads it by 2. And finally, offense in this game. Walden on the right wing for Eastern Kentucky to Cozy. Cozy, another three-pointer. He's way out there and hits another one. EKU up by 1.
Got to get a hand in his face.
Cozy buries the trifecta. 24-23 the score. UT Martin down by 1 with possession. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Oldham bounces it to Miles. Miles, the kick out. Washington fakes the shot. Takes it to the glass with the right hand. Missed the shot but was fouled. Washington will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Nice ball fake. Nice move off the bounce. Couldn't finish, but Richardson getting to the free throw, Washington getting the free throw line there with a chance to keep UT Martin perfect there.
Skyhawks down by 1. Washington on the season, 88% hits this one. We're tied at 24 apiece. Jeff Johnson back in, or Jeff Johnson that is, for Eastern Kentucky.
Washington coming off a 15.5 rebound game Saturday against Edwardsville.
Here's the free throw. It's good. 2 teams play January 19th, 2012 in that game. Washington had 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists against Eastern Kentucky. With that free throw, UT Martin takes a 1-point lead, 25-24. Nip on the outside to Cozy. Kick out DeNuno for 3. It's good. Vic, when it left his hand, you knew he knew it was in.
And it was set up by great penetration. You see that penetration and kick out.
The other steal, DeNuno got a hard foul from DeMarc Richardson. DeNuno in the face, and now on the baseline holding his head. I thought the slap was actually lower. Apparently he might have gotten him in the face there.
Yeah, I thought he was just slapping the hand, but may have deflected up and hit him in the face. And it caught him in the right eye.
UT Martin trainer comes over to check on him. We'll watch the replay. Oh, on OVC Digital, he did. He got him. He with DeMarc's left hand came all the way across his body and trying to slap down to prevent DeNuno from hitting the shot. Got him on the shoulder and in the face. Nothing intentional there, Vic. He was just trying to keep him from hitting that shot. And to DeNuno's credit, Vic, he slowed down, anticipating the contact, trying to make a three-point play.
He's going to shake it off.
Libo comes over and pats him on the back, makes sure he's okay. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half. 27-25 the score. And DeNuno even comes over to Richardson and make sure it's okay.
He's walked it off now.
DeNuno at the charity stripe, 87% on the season. The free throw is good. And Terrence Smith in for DeMarc Richardson, who got that foul, his first. Free throw gives EKU a 3-point lead. Their biggest lead at 7. That was to start the game. DeNuno hit a layup against Western Carolina earlier this year for them with about 2 seconds remaining. That gave them a big win. And boy, I tell you what, he certainly is the leader on this team on the offensive end. Terrence Smith for the Skyhawks. UT Martin down by 3 with it. Washington, Libo, Miles Taylor, and Oldham in there. Washington explodes to the basket and puts it off the glass and in. 28-27.
Good to see that off the bounce. Good to see more of that.
Skyhawks cut it to 1 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first half. Cozy to Nip back to Cozy. Cozy's had the hot hand. Oldham closes it out there, so he can't hit that three-pointer. Now to Walden. Walden to DeNuno. Left side, here's Cozy, another three-pointer. It's good. He likes shooting the basketball in the Elam Center.
Boy, and I was about to say the communication's been good, but on that switch, somebody lost Cozy.
He has 4 3-pointers, 4 for 5 from outside the three-point line, giving EKU a 4-point lead. Terrence Smith, right wing, crosses it back to the left, now gives it to Washington. Washington gets inside. Off-balance shot, no. Miles Taylor, the stick back. Miles cleaning the glass in this one, his 4th rebound, his 11th point in the game.
Going to need those offensive stickbacks because UT Martin is not shooting the ball well.
31-29, Miles, that is, coming off a career-high 14 rebounds. Outside to Nuno, thought about that three, instead passes it in the air to Nip, who fires an air ball to Washington. You think DeNuno would have shot that one if the defense doesn't get there?
I think he would have.
Here's Libo into Miles. Miles lost the pass, fakes, goes up, and you call that foul on one of 2 players, either Johnson or Nip inside. Looks like it's Timmy Nip. Miles Taylor will go to the free throw line when we return. Looking to tie the game. UT Martin down by 2, 31-29, 3:03 to go. First half, the action continues on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
College life is all about discovery. Discovering new opportunities, new ways of thinking and learning. Discovering the latest in technology and innovation, as well as discovering a campus lifestyle that will mold you and help you develop into a well-rounded, successful individual. Start your next chapter in life here with us. We invite you to discover for yourself why thousands have chosen the University of Tennessee at Martin.
.303 to play till halftime. 31-29, 2-point ball game. Advantage the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky, riding the long ball of Glenn Cozy, who's come off the bench, gone 4 of 5 from 3-point range. And Mike DeNuno's 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. And those 2 players have a dozen for the Colonels. Miles Taylor in double digits already with 11. Mike Libo with 8. Neither team shooting the ball particularly well, though the stats have picked up. Snappy stats now show that the field goal percentages are at 40% or better.
Miles Taylor 3 for 3 from the free throw line in the game. Hits this one. And the Skyhawks get it to 1 at 31-30. Miles could tie it up with 1 more.
Free throw line definitely has benefited the Skyhawks.
Miles' second free throw ties it up. And Vic, he has been, again, very active on the boards with 4 rebounds and 11 points. Just diving in there trying to get every ball. And Coach James was a little bit critical, I think, of Miles' rebounding early in the season. Just wanted him to pick up more boards. Felt with his size he should get more rebounds. Cozy for Eastern Kentucky. Kicks it to Walden. Walden outside. D. Oldham on him. Skyhawks gone to a man-to-man and to the basket. Walden scores. Got around Oldham and Miles Taylor to give Eastern a 2-point lead.
Corey Walden's first basket of the game, and he's been averaging plus 20 over his last 4 games.
Terrence Smith, has his pocket picked again. DeNuno goes up and scores. UT Martin down by 4. They are so active at going after the dribble.
And DeNuno's not just an offensive player, that's for sure.
Terrence Smith bounces it to Miles. Here's the double team. He's fouled. That will be the 8th team foul, putting Miles at the free throw line.
Cozy coming over there, rotating over and picking up the foul.
Speaking of Cozy, you were talking about you had a chance to see the Illinois Eastern Kentucky game earlier this season. Cozy had 21 in that game.
That was a game that they played with the Fighting Illini for much of it. They couldn't put them away. And Eastern Kentucky shot the ball well from 3-point range, defended well. Of course, I follow the University of Illinois because that was my childhood team, but they were unbeaten at the time, ranked number 10, and EKU played them and gave them all they wanted. have played a tough schedule. Played West Virginia real tough down to the end of that ball game.
2 free throws from Miles Taylor, good. I thought the game that really turned heads that Eastern Kentucky played this year is when they beat Murray.
Oh, no doubt.
They were up 22 at the half and handily won that game. 35-33 the score. Eastern Kentucky the lead. The shot is up. No. The tip back, no. Rebound, Miles Taylor. McLaughlin, Terrence Smith, and Libo and D. Oldham in there. Terrence sees the double team. In trouble. Terrence throws it to Oldham. And then a foul against Cozy. And UT Martin benefiting from the bonus situation. We'll go back to the line.
UT Martin got bailed out there. I think they were about to get in a position where they were going to turn it over again. I think Coach James actually was about to call a timeout to save from getting turned over. But instead, Oldham's going to get to the foul line. The Colonels really pick you up as soon as you cross half court, and you got to get into that set quicker.
D stepped up there quickly and shot the free throw, missing.
First miss for UT Martin at the line.
D 67% on the season. From the charity stripe, UT Martin back on defense. 35-33. The Skyhawks here are trailing by 2. Walden to the basket with a right hand. Missed it. Miles Taylor. He's 5th, now 6th rebound with that one. Terrence outside on the screen from Miles. Terrence goes in, lost his balance, and a foul will put Terrence Smith at the free throw line. Terrence broke his foot at Cincinnati earlier this year, and still not quite at 100%. Vic, we've seen him on the floor a couple times tonight. Just looks like the balance has been off, but still effective.
I guess he's been back about a month, and it takes that long, if not more, to get back to 100%.
We really weren't sure that he would even be back at all this season. Spent all of last year out with a health issue.
Played pretty well when he's played against Eastern Kentucky in the past, averaging 12.5 points in the 2 games he's played against the Colonels in his Skyhawk career. Corey Walden went down for Eastern Kentucky. I believe he's all right.
Yeah, really grimacing as he stands and tied that shoe. Might have twisted his ankle. He does not wear the high top tennis shoes, and you don't see that with a lot of basketball players. Those are just regular low cut shoes, aren't they? Maybe.
Well, they're not very high. Not up enough to protect the ankles. I think DeNuno wears pretty low shoes as well.
Here's a replay on OVC Digital as we watch it for those watching. And like Terrence might have.
Yeah, he got tied up with
come down on that ankle. 35-34. Terrence Smith hits his first free throw. That's his first point of the game. Terrence 0 for 4 from the field as he steps to the line, hits a pair, and we're tied again at 35 apiece with 70 seconds remaining in the first half. Bud Grimes in the Campus Connection interview coming up here in just a couple of minutes in our halftime show.
Robbie Stenzel in the ball game for Eastern Kentucky for the first time.
Here's a 3, no good. It'll go out of bounds. The guest on the Campus Connection interview, Dr. Lionel Cruz, will preview the spring portion of the Academic Speakers program. Mark Richardson with it. 54 to go in the first half.
Important possession for the Skyhawks.
DeMark to Terrence. Terrence to the basket. Goes in with a right hand. Hangs in the air. Misses. Miles, another rebound. A one-handed hook shot. No good. Rebound, Marcus Lewis. Game clock, shot clock differential 4 seconds now. Eastern Kentucky has it. DeNuno slowing down his team. Stenzel's over there on the left wing. He's over in Winchester, Kentucky. Been to Winchester many times. I think they really make my favorite soft drink Ale 8 when I'm in the Eastern Kentucky area. Outside DeNuno. 15 seconds, now 14. DeNuno still dribbling. 6 on the shot clock, though. He'll fire a 3 over Terrence Smith. Rattles out, rebound Oldham. 6 seconds to go. UT Martin has to hurry. Oldham comes down. We're tied. Oldham goes baseline, shoots an off-balance jumper. No, it spins out. And our halftime score, 35-35. We're tied after 20 minutes of basketball. Coming up, Vic and I will look back at the first half. We'll bring you the Bud Grimes interview with Dr. Lionel Cruz. It's here from the Elam Center. 35-35, UT Martin tied with Eastern Kentucky on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
The University of Tennessee at Martin presents Campus Crossroads on the OVC Digital Network.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of Campus Crossroads. I'm your host, Mark Hall. Joining us on the program is the Chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Martin, Dr. Tom Rakes. Dr. Rakes, thanks for being with us today.
Appreciate the chance to talk with you.